attack. Here comes wing attack.
Hey everyone, welcome back to our weekly factions recap. This week we played the Drifblim gang. Let's go ahead and get into the action. In Great League and Ultra League, we actually didn't get to play any matches. We had some coordination issues in Great League going 0-0, and our opponent in Ultra League did not enter a team, giving us a default 2-0 win. So we're going to jump into Master League here. This is game 2. Kyogre leading into Gyarados. Not a great matchup for the Kyogre. Really, you have to land the Thunder. So the strategy here for Shelmek is to go straight Thunder, either get a shield or win switch. Either is fine, and we actually win switch here, which is really good here. In comes the Melmetal. Just gonna go ahead and get them to throw their energy. And now we have an aligned Excadrill on it, and they come in with a Machamp, and Gyarados is in the back waiting for the Machamp. Gonna go no shield here, and gets a really good, calls a good bait there against getting cross chop. Straight Aqua Tail. Gonna go ahead and shield this one. Still a cross chop. Gets to the Aqua Tail. Has to let this one go and save the shield for a potential superpower against the Melmetal. In comes the Melmetal. Get into this drill run here. Gonna go ahead and shield. Superpower would hurt a lot. Gets able to get to a drill run before they throw. Another one. Knocks out the Melmetal and able to farm down the Machamp. That's a good game. We're going to give you some extra Master League coverage, and just to honor Master League coming back to GBL here. This is game 3. Kyogre into Gyarados, just like game 2. Again, same strategy here. Have to land the Thunder. The opponent probably is thinking there's no way that they're going straight Thunder, but go straight Thunder again. And this time, Shelmek's actually running a triple water team, running the Swampert instead of the Excadrill, as it's a little bit better against the Machamp that they brought. And in comes the Machamp, and the Gyarados is in the back once again. Running it the same way as last time, calls a cross chop there. Realistically, you really don't have to shield here because that Swampert is loaded and can knock out everything, and they're still going cross chop. And Shelmek just no shields all of those. Lots of energy to throw at the Melmetal here, and it's pretty much game over because the Swampert has 2.5 Hydro Cannons worth of energy. In comes the Swamp. And he can get farmed down here. Looks like the opponent just stopped there. And yeah, it's game over. So Shelmek gets us a 3-0 in Master League. Hopping over to the field specialists. We have Fion here. This is game 3. Mawile into Galvantula. Pretty positive. In comes the Jelly. Running a Poison Jab, Alolan Muck here. They're going to go straight Bubble Beam. The Shadow Balls don't do anything to the Muck, so might as well debuff it here. Continue to throw those debuffing Bubble Beams. Really boring match there. Going to just go straight Dark Pulse. And they switch into Galv. Pretty good catch on their part, but that just gives, you don't really have to shield here, but Fion goes ahead and shields. Since he did shield from the Galvantula, he's gonna no shield here against the Jelly, and they go Bubble Beam. Gets to the Play Rough. And it is an Alolan Ninetales here. And those poison jabs. I'm gonna go ahead and let the Alolan Muck go and let the Kanto Muck come in here and farm all the way down. You can shield here and farm down just in case they were running Psyshock or something crazy like that. And that is a good game. Fion gets a 3-0. And with the last couple of lines, felt like we were running some memes, so here's a meme. Hopping into Motique's matchup here. Venusaur into Galvantula, not a good lead. Has to stay in. Going to hope to at least get a shield advantage after this. But not sure that he can get to a second Frenzy Plant before they get to the second lunge. And yeah, he doesn't get there in time. So, doesn't win switch, doesn't win shield advantage. Has to win here with energy lead. In comes Roserade, which has Weather Ball Fire, which does hit the Alolan Ninetales for super effective damage, but obviously has to shield these Weather Balls from the Alolan Ninetales, because they will hurt a lot. In comes the Escavalier. Interesting that they didn't go Escav. I guess the alignment wouldn't have mattered because Mandibuzz beats up the Rose pretty well. Shields the Mega Horn. Go on foul play. We get to see how much damage this Rose can do. Leaf Storm does quite a bit actually, even though it's resisted. But Mandibuzz gets off foul play. And Motiques goes 2-1. Going over to Riblet. Bad lead, Lantern into Vileplume. Going to go Nidoqueen safe swap here. Going straight Poison Fang. Actually gets a shield here. Has to win back switch to avoid that Lantern on the Vileplume. So has to commit a second shield. They want to keep the Vileplume on the Lantern, so they're also going to commit the second shield here, and it's a simultaneous knockout. In comes the Escav against the Vileplume, and in comes a Crustle, which Lantern comes back in. The Rock Slide actually does quite a bit of damage, and not sure if he's in Thunderbolt range or not. And it's not enough range, but that's okay. It's throwing the energy here at the Lantern, gets an extra counter or two in, gets to this drill run. Not enough to KO, but able to get to a second one here. And that's a GG. Riblet gets us 2 points. Hopping over to me. Venusaur into Venusaur. Not a great lead for me. I'm going... I have to stay in here and try to at least get shield advantage, so I get the shield that I want. And going to go ahead and throw a second sludge here. They don't shield, and that's okay because I already got the one shield I wanted out of them. So I'm going to come in with the Mawile. And they come in with Alolan Ninetales, which I'm 100% okay with because I want this here. Trying to avoid their Swampert on the Mawile. It's an Ice Beam, which is interesting, but that's okay. Let's see what comes in. And it is the Swampert. And Empoleon here with a shield advantage is going to do a lot of work. As long as I don't get hit by an Earthquake, I'm set. So I'm just going to go ahead and commit shields here. And try to just keep farming down. In comes the Venusaur. I couldn't remember how much energy it had, so I threw at it anyways. The Swampert is definitely in range. So I go 3-0, and the final score is 15-2. So make sure you catch us next week for our recap against our battles against dubs for cheap. Thanks again for watching. Make sure you comment, like, and subscribe.
Here comes Wing Attack. Here comes Wing Attack.